They always say that if you have green veins that you probably have an olive undertone. For me, I would say sometimes they are blue, sometimes they are green. So I think I'm neutral. Wrong. Hi everybody, my name is Isa and this is Moody Eye Makeup channel. If you are new here, then welcome. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please do so. And now let's just start with the video. Okay, so how to know if you are pale olive skin tone? Actually a super simple way to tell. If you're ever had that feeling that foundation just never fully work on you, even when the shade looks right in theory, this video might actually finally explain why. A lot of people with pale olive skin like I am spend years thinking they are neutral, yellow or even cool toned. But nothing ever looks quite natural on the face. So today I want to go through a very simple, realistic way to tell if you might actually have a pale olive undertone without overcomplicating things. So when we talk about pale olive skin, we are not talking about depth or how light or dark your skin is, right? But about what sits underneath it. So usually we are used to like Italian women, you know, that kind of a olive undertone, very Mediterranean type of skin, but those are usually medium olives. So pale olive skin is still light in depth, but the undertone has a subtle green or muted yellow quality to it, which is why it often doesn't behave the way classic warm or cool undertones do. And that's also the reason why pale olive is so often misunderstood or completely overlooked in makeup. So it's super hard to find foundation, concealer in that perfect tone. Especially drugstore, but also high-end brands have the same problem. So one of the most common signs is constantly feeling like your foundation is almost correct but never quite right. And if you find foundation to be easier to match in a summertime than in the winter time, that's probably why. So shades with a pink undertone can make the skin look flushed or even slightly irritated, while yellow based foundations often turn orange after a while or even immediately, of course. Even neutral shades, which are supposed to be safe, can end up looking flat or slightly gray on the skin, especially in natural daylight. So if you've tried many foundations and none of them truly disappeared into your skin, that's often the first clue. But usually with neutral foundations, you can make it work, right? So another thing that comes up a lot with olive skin is how other people perceive your complexion. If people often say that you look a bit green, tired, or even slightly ill when you're not wearing makeup, it's usually not about your health at all, but about your undertone. And that's one thing that my mom always said to me. She has actually super pink skin, like red skin, so I'm totally after my dad. She said that to me constantly. Why you look so green? You have that pale greenish complexion, you look super ill, you're gonna, get ill, you don't eat enough vitamins, all that. So olive skin can reflect light in a way that reads as green or gray, especially next to pink toned skin, which is why these comments tend to happen. So many pale olive people also notice uneven coloring that doesn't look red but more muted or slightly greenish in certain areas of the face or neck. So I always had it. I was always a bit green around my mouth. So it's not something you can actually see on the camera. It's super subtle, but I am always applying concealer, even a bit brighter concealer here, because I have a bit of a greenish skin around my lips. Some people actually see olive or gray toned patches around the mouth, along the jawline, or under the eyes, and those areas often don't respond well to classic brightening or peachy products, so that's why. Also my under eyes, they are super dark, but they are kind of brownish greenish. They are not bluish. So this kind of coloring is very typical for olive undertones, and it's often mistaken for dullness or discoloration. Okay, most of you are not subscribed yet, but it's completely free for you and it helps me out, so please just click that button. And then sun reaction can be another subtle indicator, because a lot of pale olive skin tones don't turn very red in the summer. So my brother actually turns right away red. My other brother turns brownish, like tanned, and me as well. So a lot of pale olive skin tones don't turn very red. So instead of burning bright pink, the skin often develops a softer, more muted tan that looks beigey, golden olive, or slightly gray brown rather than a classic warm bronze. And also you're not red. But be careful, that doesn't mean that olive skin can't burn, but just the overall reaction to the sun tends to look a bit different. So I can also burn if I'm super long on the sun, but I don't turn red after 5 minutes. If I'm responsible, if I wear SPF, if I slowly build up my tan, I'm not gonna be red at all. But if you're super pale, but you have that more red or neutral undertones, you actually can turn, especially red undertones, you can turn red like after 5 minutes being under the sun. And one more thing, jewelry can also feel a bit confusing. So very yellow gold can sometimes look too warm, too orangey, while stark silver can feel too cold or harsh, and that's so me. Softer, more muted metals like brushed gold and thick finishes or warmer silvers often look more harmonious against pale olive skin. Also, I find that I have this kind of you can see gold and silver mixed, but they are both muted. Super nice on my skin. And then another very common experience is bronzer pulling to orange. Even shades that look maybe neutral in the pan can suddenly appear warm or muddy once applied, especially on fast skin. But then on the other hand, if you use those bronzers that are for more pale skin, can look too red on the skin. Then you probably have olive undertone. So this usually means that skin needs something more muted or slightly cooler than what's commonly labeled as, universal or warm. So everything that I'm saying, you need to take with a grain of salt, because if you feel that you can relate to only one of these claims, then maybe you're not olive tone, pale olive tone. But if you can see many of those claims to be true for you too, then you most probably are. Also, if you're an olive tone, that doesn't mean that you suit green tones. That's also one common mistake. For example, with the color theory, with the season color theory, I'm actually a soft summer. So be careful with all of these claims. So that's like two completely different things. So you can be any of the seasons in the color theory, but still be an olive tone. Don't be confused too much about it. Those are two completely different things. I don't know if you saw, but Lisa Eldridge started to release new products that are olive tones. So I don't know if you can remember, I did a review on the Pinpoint Concealer from Lisa Eldridge. I was quite harsh because of the pricing, and I still think this is overly priced. But I have been using it every single day. I love it. And I actually have it since then, and I still have it. So I bought now an olive tone Pinpoint Concealer, and we can see now the difference. Because I bought the first one in the shade. So my first Pinpoint Concealer was in the shade 1. This is a neutral, I believe. But now I actually bought the 0.5. So I wish that it would be one olive undertone in between. And I'm just gonna show you the difference basically. So this is slightly darker, I believe, because it's shade 1, the first one that I bought. And actually, so I would like to have an olive in the shade 1 for my winter skin. Also, I have to admit that because I'm recording a review on the new foundation from Maybelline, this is not the right shade for me. It's a bit too dark. So I'm not completely matched. My skin looks more tan than it is. I'm super light. You can see how light I am. And this is wild. This is actually wild when you have it on your hand like this, because only after comparing the both I can see how olive I am. So this is the neutral one, I believe. I don't know if you can see that. I can clearly see that. This looks so pink on my skin. And this one is just right. So this one on my skin, the olive one looks neutral because I am olive. It's crazy. So also one more thing. So if you're not sure and you buy an olive tone concealer foundation, especially concealer, I would first try with concealer. Even if you are mistaken, you can still use a product because you can use it as a color corrector because it's green. So over any red patches, blemishes, or like a vein, popped vein, like I don't know if you can see because I applied foundation. I had a red vein here. If it's a bit greenish, it's gonna be super easy to cover it. Like, I cannot believe that for so long, and even after I actually did a makeup course I just kind of figure it out that I'm pale olive. This is crazy. But now I'm gonna show you actually this shade on the side where I'm super pale. It almost disappears into my skin because it's the right shade. It's mind-blowing when you finally can match yourself because it's so hard. If you enjoyed this video, if you think that it was helpful, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's completely free. And if you have the option to hype the video, that would mean actually the world to me. So we can push it out into the YouTube world and more people can see this information.